2 weeks ago today, horrific images coming out of West Jordan as a plane crashes into a neighborhood. 4 people died as a result of that crash, 3 in the plane, 1 on the ground. Today they are remembered during a special memorial. News specialist Garna Mejia is on the story tonight and joins us live. And Garna, you covered that awful scene 2 weeks ago. It was good to have some closure tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Dan. You know, 3 families lost loved ones in that crash, but this had a ripple effect across the community and those neighbors that ran to help. Tonight for them was not just about healing. It was about showing the 3 survivors, a mother and her 2 children, that they're not alone.
I definitely see life a lot differently than I did before.
2 weeks still feel like yesterday for neighbors like Autumn Allen.
Lately, like when I see my kids sleeping, I think about how Coral looked.
Autumn was one of several who ran to help on Piccadilly Circle after a plane crashed with 6 people on board, including 3 children.
She didn't look like, not the same color as most kids, that are alive.
Those who died include 43-year-old Lee Wyckoff, the pilot, 36-year-old Milda Shabanis, and 9-month-old baby girl Coral Wyckoff.
And I said that's the wrong kind of peaceful for a baby.
72-year-old Mary Quintana was home when the plane hit, setting her house on fire. Mary also died at the hospital 2 days later.
It's like surreal. It's so close. And there's so many people that were affected by it.
Tonight, neighbors, firefighters, and loved ones gathered to pay their respects.
Every moment is one we can't take for granted, nor life.
That's the kind of community that where my sister lived is a good one. They care about people.
Then they set off lanterns for each of the 4 lives lost.
Look out.
Praying for closure from the tragedy that will stay with their community.
There's going to be a lot of pain even after tonight, but this is kind of a way to say, hey, we acknowledge that what your families have been through, and we want to be there for you.
Now, that plane crashed shortly after takeoff from the South Valley Regional Airport here in West Jordan. Tonight, neighbors are telling us that they're planning on starting a petition that would require tougher restrictions for private planes flying out of that airport.